Hello and welcome back to Just My Chocolate View. I'm Christy Nicole and I want to drop in and give you another review of Still Star-Crossed, a Shondaland hit this summer on ABC Monday night after The Bachelorette. And honey, when I tell you, episode 2 did not disappoint. I mean, it did not disappoint. Were you watching? Did you go back and watch episode 1? If you didn't, shame on you. If you didn't watch episode 2, shame on you. But it's okay because it's at abc.com as well as on Hulu streaming services. So let's get right into it. Still Star-Crossed, if you watched last week, you know, is a adaptation of a book by the same name. And the story picks up where Romeo and Juliet leaves off. And basically, you know that Romeo and Juliet were star-crossed lovers that couldn't be together. They end up dying, and whew, it takes us right into the series, Still Star-Crossed, where we have this city that is sort of ran with feud and fury of different families. It is the Kingdom of Verona. And we get right into scene, episode 2, where we get a scene in the beginning with Prince Aeschylus, who is in love with the fair maiden Rosalind. But we get a scene with him and his father, and it's a flashback scene where we find out that Aeschylus' father sends him away to Venice to get prepared to take the kingdom over when he dies. And so this older, distinguished gentleman is telling him, I need you to go away to get prepared because my time is drawing nigh. But also I need you to go away because you can't have Rosalind. Sorry, you cannot get into that feud between Capulets and Montagues. I'm sorry. So he's like, I gotta go away. Can I at least say goodbye? Nope. Your bags is packed right outside the door. Horse and chariot, you leaving today, buddy. So he has to leave abruptly, and he goes off to prepare. So then we're back at the scene where we left off at last Monday with Rosalind and Prince Aeschylus and this deep and passionate kiss. And Bonvoli discovers them. And he watches for a minute, puts that bullet in his gun for later on, and then he tells everybody, I found them. So Rosalind is feeling pretty good because she knows she ain't going to have to marry Bonvoli. Thank you, Jesus. Whew. Wrong. Prince Aeschylus gets her right back in front of those people and says that the wedding is going forward because, again, he knows that he cannot marry her. He cannot marry her. He cannot. The name of the episode is True Love Never Runs Smooth. And that's the truth. It never does. So then we get an episode with her uncle, the Capulet, Lord Capulet, and his there's a guy there that's trying to collect, and we find out right then something very important. Though the Capulets have a powerful and long history in Verona. Go get the money, go get the money, sing it with me. Go get the money, go get the money, go get the money, go get the money. They broke, okay? And they not regular broke. Regular broke is I'm gonna move these investments into this firm, move this over, push this back. No, they ain't that broke. They ghetto broke, where they at your door knocking. That's the kind of broke the Capulets are. The gentleman tells him, look, your promises are empty like my pockets. Now, what I can do, because I know your daughter died, I understand that. I'm going to forgive this interest, but I'm going to need that bread. That bread. In my Stevie J voice. Also, we know he's broke because the Capulets have been working on a cathedral for centuries, and it's almost completed. But the architect have stopped working because they get no bread. So, you know, the Lord Capulet is telling him, hey, look, I need y'all to finish this. And he like, look, I can't pay my workers. They not going to work. So these people are broke. So Rosalind, sorry, baby, but you going to need to marry Bonvoli because we need that Montague money. We need that money. So he places Rosalind in Juliet's room, which we find out that's going to be a problem. We know it's going to be a problem. We found out last week Juliet's mother can't stand Rosalind. She tells Lord Capulet, listen, my baby's body ain't cold in the grave, And you gonna put this trifling tramp, well, she didn't say that, but that's what she meant, in her bed? Rosalind, of course, doesn't want to be there, but she realizes that she's there because he can lock her up and keep an eye on her. He needs that payday, baby. He needs that payday, baby. He not going. So you gonna stay up in this room. We also find out, remember last week, that Lord Paris, who Juliet was truly betrothed to, even though she secretly married Romeo, gets stabbed by Romeo as he's there visiting the body of Juliet. But Juliet's mother discovered him. She hides him in the kingdom, and she has her servant trying to save his life. And Livia, which is Rosalind's sister, comes along, discovers it, and says, well, let me help. I have expertise in this. So she's working hard with the servant to try to save Paris' life. And she concocts this potion, which she learns from her father's days on the battlefield. And she pours, ooh, that scene with that skin bubbling. Did y'all see that? Oh, that was gross. But she does save him. And there's a touching scene between the two of them where he says, Juliet. And she says, this is not Juliet. This is Livia. He says, Livia, you saved my life. That was sweet. So we see you, Livia. Livia gonna get her husband. She told us last week. She told Rosalind, I'm gonna get me a husband. So we see there that that's a quite possible hookup in the making. Love it. Then we have the scene with Aeschylus and all the heads of the houses, the great feast. And I love this scene because it's this long table with all these noblemen here, and it's just so reminiscent of what the whole thing is about. You know, it's about this prince trying to run these houses, trying to keep these people straight, and he got his hands full. And his sister has reminded him several times that running the kingdom is about two things. It's about sacrifice and it's about strength, which is very important because he's having to sacrifice the love of his life and show strength so that he can run Verona, because Verona's streets is filled with blood. And we got to stop this. So we get to this great feast, and Lord Montague, who ain't, he ain't nothing, is he, y'all? He ain't right. He done sent Bonvoli to figure out why the Capulets have stopped work on the cathedral. Bonvoli says, yes, the cathedral is beautiful. But the Lord says, Montague says, I noticed they've stopped working on it. I'm going to need you to figure out what happened. Now, remind you, Bonvoli ain't nothing either, because we have a scene with him up in there at the whole house. Yeah, I said it. The whole house. It was stripping me out, them women in them buckets. I guess they was just sitting around soaking, staying clean, waiting to get picked. I said, oh my God, this is too much. And Lord Montague is like, look, you going to get your morals and stuff intact. You going to marry Rosalind because we're going to join my money with the power of their name. This is what's going to happen. And I'm going to need you to figure out why they didn't stop work on the cathedral. So he runs a little trick on the architect with a little kid and finds out that they ain't got no money. They broke. No bread, no work. No work, no bread. Y'all say with me. No work, no bread. No bread, no work. So he gets to the feast, and the prince Aeschylus tells the noblemen that we're going to have a wedding he tells them that there's going to be peace. You know, I'm going to stop all this old fighting, all this old hood booger stuff. We're going to stop this. Okay? And Lord Montague gets up and says, we Montagues and the Capulets, we started this. We hear the prince. We here for it. And we're going to join our two heirs, my nephew Bonvoli, his niece Rosalind, going to have a wedding. And we're going to have it at the cathedral. Now, he know the cathedral ain't finished. Lord Capulet looked like, no, the prince want them to get married quicker than that. We got a little work to do back there. We ain't quite ready for that. But he says, no, we can wait. I said, ain't this nothing? He's like, well, why? He said, I ain't gonna let you in my business. And boom, a hood fight broke out at the feast. I was like, yes. Oh, gangster thug fight broke out. Prince ain't going. Prince is like, hold up. Ha! He stabbed one of the noblemen in the hand and said, look here, I done told y'all. It's going to be peace in Verona. Peace in Verona. I'm not playing with y'all. Now, sit down and shut up. And the wedding going to be at the cathedral. Man, Lord Capulet looking like... So, Boy got problems. Okay, Rosalind, I'm sorry. You won't have to marry because I need that bread. So it's the scene where, side note, Isabella, Princess Isabella, her wardrobe is everything. It's everything, honey. It's everything. Baby, that royal pink she wore when she went to speak to Rosalind, beautiful. That champagne outfit she had on at the feast, beautiful, honey. And that royal purple she was rolling with at the execution. Yeah, there's an execution. Everything, baby. So she done met with Rosalind before the great feast, and Rosalind said, you know, we friends. I need you to hook it up so I can talk to your brother. And she explained to her, you're going to have to get married. It's going to raise your stature back. It's going to be what we need. But if you want to talk to him on friendship, I'll hook that up. So after the great feast and after he done had to set these folks straight, they meet. They kiss again, and they are back into this fantasy world that they could be together. So he tells her, I've given Verona everything, but I can't give him you, babe. Babe, I can't give him you. So stay the night with me. We're going to talk. We're going to plan. So that's what she does. So by morning, she feeling real good. But at night, somebody dig up Romeo's body and chop that thing up and says, death to Montague. I said, ooh, they ain't nothing in Verona, is they? They hood. Y'all, they hood. Okay, so the servant comes to get Prince Aeschylus and shows him this. And he says, clean this up. This didn't happen. Clean this up. So he had to go back to Rosalind. Sorry, baby girl, but we can't be together. Sorry. You gonna have to marry Benvolio, okay? Then we have this scene with Lady Capulet. And she's at the temple mourning the loss of her daughter, Juliet. She's just wroth with grief. She's wroth with grief. And the friar come along. I told y'all last week that priest is shady. And she's asking questions like, Friar, can I ask you questions? Why would this happen to a young woman? How could it happen without any assistance? Oh, you know when they go to hitting you with that what, when, and how, you in trouble. And he give her that old, it's all in the hands of God speech. Okay? But she on to you. Now, she want to lay this at Rosalind's feet. But I'm well assured, Friar, you may want to go on and pack your bags. Pack that up. Get rest to go. Get rest to go. You better get rest to go. So then we have, like I say, an execution, honey. Woo! Brother had got caught up in that feud between the Montagues and Capulets, and they brought him to Aeschylus. And the rules are that if you do it, you lose your life. Now, Aeschylus feels that this is barbaric, but he's got to show strength and sacrifice. That's what running the kingdom is about, strength and sacrifice. So we get this final scene with him having to give to it. It was so heartbreaking. She was there saying, the mother was like, oh, this is my only. Oh, can't you just put him in a dungeon underneath the ground? My only. You gonna behead my only? Oh, man, that hurt. I'm my only child. I have one child. I only have one grandchild. That touched me right there. But he get it. And they said, Help. His sister is like, honey, she is everything. She was like, looking all royal, honey. She didn't care. She was like, it's got to be done. Strength and sacrifice. If you are not watching Still Star-Crossed, you got to get in on it. It's not too late. It's everything. We got romance, we got drama, we got killing, we got, forgot to tell y'all, Lord Capulet, he ain't playing. He went back, he gave that architect one more chance. He said, look, I need y'all to finish this kingdom, okay? I need y'all to finish this cathedral. He said, no, I ain't gonna be able to do it. He said, well, you gonna take the fall, you gonna go tell the prince. He said, no, I ain't. He said, oh, yes, you are. And pushed him off. I'm gonna see y'all next week, honey. This is too good, baby, too good.